This is KGW News at Sunrise.
I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug.
The National Transportation Safety Board says the door plug that blew off the plane during an Alaska Airlines flight on Friday night was found in someone's backyard. We're going to share who's getting the credit for that discovery coming up here in our top story.
And the 81st Annual Golden Globes Awards showcased the best in TV and movies from last year. We are taking a look at last night's top moments.
Also this morning, we're heading up to Mount Hood. Now, this is a drive from, or a shot from Drive 8. Pretty dark out there this morning, as you can see, and they have not yet reached the snow on the ground. But we can tell you right now this morning, Mount Hood is going to get pounded by winter weather here over the next few days. Heavy snow, high winds, blizzard conditions on the way. If you wanted more snow up there, you're going to get it. That live report from the mountain here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, good to see you on this Monday morning. Rod, you are so busy.
Yeah, the resorts are pretty busy over the weekend, but blizzard warning issued that will go into effect later tonight into tomorrow means you absolutely should avoid driving into the Cascades tomorrow, and I would be shocked if the resorts are even open tomorrow. I would think they would have to be closed. Here's a look at what's going on. Today's going to be the quietest weather day, or certainly one of them, of this entire week. Now, we do see back here, by the way, that's a cold front that comes in tonight. It has a valley wind advisory attached to it. It will produce blizzard warnings up in the Cascades. Now, ahead of that, we have rain that's pushed in as expected with a warm push of air ahead of that front. Nothing stormy here. Snow levels have been low, at least down to 1,500 feet. And in some cases, we've had reports of snow lower than that. We're 43 in the city. We'll spend the day fairly steady in the mid-40s, I think, and then temperatures this evening will actually go up. We could be 50 at midnight tonight as winds pick up. The wind advisory overnight tonight, south gusts 40 to 50, 55 miles per hour. Lots of rough weather coming our way, Chris.
So, Rod, let's take you up to the mountain. Can you see anything here? Me neither, just snowflakes. That is Highway 35 near Meadows Drive at about 4,800 feet. It is already snowing hard up there. Back down here where the rest of us are, the Sylvan Hill, Highway 26, a little wet, but so far we're getting around okay. I-5 near Capitol Highway, that looks good as well. Hey, big traffic alert in Northwest Portland. Beginning today, the south ramp up to the St. John's Bridge, the south side of Northwest Bridge Avenue, closes today for hillside repair for the next 6 months. This impacts probably about 30,000 cars and trucks a day that go underneath the St. John's Bridge on Highway 30. So just know that this is going to cause some delays in and around that area as ODOT works to further secure this hillside that is a notorious slide spot. That closure begins later this morning, guys.
All right, Chris, thank you.
We just heard like a loud bang or like a boom, and I look up and the air masks are like out, popped down, and I look to my left and there's just this huge like gaping hole.
Yeah, that video was recorded just moments after a huge piece of an Alaska Airlines plane blew off not long after takeoff on Friday night. And since then, federal officials have been investigating how that happened, grounding all Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes for safety inspections.
Yeah, today the NTSB will be continuing their investigation after someone found the missing piece of the plane in Beaverton, something the NTSB is calling a door plug. Here's KGW's Ashley Grams with the latest.
I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug.
The National Transportation Safety Board announcing late Sunday night the door plug that blew out of an Alaska Airlines plane on Friday was found.
Thank you, Bob.
And the person who found it, a Portland teacher.
Bob contacted us at witness@ntsb.gov with 2 photos of the door plug and said he found it in his backyard.
NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says this piece of the plane is key to determining what went wrong. NTSB also learned that Alaska Airlines restricted this plane from flying over the open ocean after an air pressurization light turned on 3 times in the past few weeks. Homendy said crews had also requested maintenance that was not completed before Friday's flight out of PDX. But it's unclear if any of these issues were related to the door plug.
We've only been on scene for 24 hours, one day. We have a lot of work to do. This isn't going to be a 1 or 2 days and we're done. This could be, weeks that we're here.
Again, that was Ashley Grams reporting for us this morning. 2 more notes here. Transportation Safety Board officials say they're going to take a closer look at the hinges that should have held that door plug in place. And they'll also look at extensive damage that's happened to at least 10 rows of that plane.
Well, the FAA's temporary grounding of Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes is causing delays and cancellations across the country. In Portland this morning, PDX is reporting 23 delays and 11 cancellations. There were more than double that number of cancellations over the weekend, almost 90 delays, all primarily involving flights on Alaska and United, which also utilizes the MAX 9. According to FlightAware, SeaTac had more than 370 delays with 182 cancellations, almost all of those on Alaska.
Alaska did put a flexible travel policy in place to let people change or cancel their flights at this point. Instructions for reimbursement are available on Alaska's website. But even with that policy in place, we heard from one Northwest family who's trying to get back to Spokane. Right now, they say they're stuck in Hawaii, and the cost of that stay is piling up.
Yeah, we spoke to last night, said she can't send out any more hotel vouchers, just that Alaska will typically reimburse for up to $150 a night per hotel. The one we found, the cheapest, was right by the airport for $500.
Paul Gorka, who we just heard from there, says his family ended up paying out of pocket to book a more expensive return flight to Spokane. That flight leaves today on Delta. From the travel impacts to the ongoing investigation, we'll continue to cover the story throughout the day here on KGW, both on TV and online at KGW.com. All right, with that said, we're going to turn our attention back to one of the other big stories that we're covering this morning as we take this live look at downtown Portland on a Monday morning. And Rod Hill is sliding into place now to deliver our Monday forecast.
Wow.
Rodney.
So there's a front coming in overnight tonight. Timing is late evening coast, midnight 2 a.m. across the I-5 corridor, Portland, Salem, Vancouver. This front, responsible for a blizzard warning that will be in effect later tonight, tomorrow for the Cascades. That front, responsible for a wind advisory for possible 50-55 mile per hour wind gusts here in the valley overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So here we go. And keep in mind, if we get up to 50 mile per hour wind gusts in the valley, there absolutely will be power outages. So when you go to bed tonight, you will make sure you have an alarm clock set that doesn't depend on electricity, and there could be some trees down and that sort of thing. All right, and then what's a little more unusual, actually a lot more unusual, is the Cascades blizzard warning overnight tonight, late night, into tomorrow. That may be extended, in fact, right now it is issued, into the day Wednesday. This is 55 mile per hour winds at pass level. 2 to 4 feet of snow will fall up there starting tonight into Wednesday. That means you should absolutely avoid Cascade travel unless you absolutely have to go. And I would assume, now I don't own or operate the ski resorts, but I'm going to assume that they will all postpone and cancel their operations for tomorrow. At some point, we likely will get that word today. You can't operate a ski resort in a blizzard warning. All right, 3 to 8 inches, or you shouldn't, I should say, 3 to 8 inches of snow. Up there today on the mountain. Snow levels stay actually rise. If you're traveling over the passes this afternoon, you should find improving conditions, and it could just become wet. But after that, snow levels are all basically between 1,500 and 2,000 feet the remainder of the week. And there's the 20 to 40 inches falling Tuesday. Could be 10 to 20 inches of snow come down Wednesday. Incredible amounts of snow. And don't forget, we're still tracking the Arctic air mass. This is Thursday at 9 a.m. The purple is Arctic air. So there's the front Thursday hovering over Washington. And then Friday perhaps coming right over our heads or maybe just moving to our south. And then over the weekend, it quickly clears out. There are still a ton of uncertainties in the forecast with that Arctic air mass. But you have to figure, at least right now, snow is a possibility at low elevations, including the city of Portland, for Friday overnight into Saturday. So we're watching that. It does not look like we're going to get into the just extreme, wacky record cold, but certainly could be below freezing with snowflakes in the air again Friday night into Saturday morning. So we're watching that. Okay, nothing stormy about today's weather. This is radar. The rain's pretty steady right now. You can tell the snow levels are relatively low, being picked up in the upper elevations of the Coast Range. And then here we are during the day today. Snow showers out east, just occasional rain here in the valley. Here's that frontal band of rain late tonight into tomorrow morning that's heavy. Here are hail showers and maybe rumbles of thunder following that tomorrow. And then bam, tomorrow night we get another shot of heavy moisture coming in. Wow. All right, here we are. Low temperatures are in the 40s right now. 43 Newport, 41 Salem, 43 Portland. It's 14 out in Baker State and cold out in Burns as well. Forecast numbers on your 7-day. Every day is going to be wet. This is a really active week. Again, Friday 35 to 40. Could change to snow. Could be snow on the ground Saturday morning. Right now I have Sunday dry. I'm out of breath, so I'm going to be done for now.